Welcome to this fine example of UK modernism. Pullman Court is in Streatham, South London. It was commissioned in the early 1930s from the architect Frederick Gibberd, then just 23 years old. Gibberd went on to design Heathrow Airport, the Liverpool Metropolitan Cathedral, Regent's Park Mosque, and masterplanned the new town of Harlow in Essex. Pullman Court was first listed Grade 2 in 1981 and upgraded with a star rating in 1997. Eva and Nick are long-term residents. Eva, first of all, the buildings haven't always looked this good.
No, indeed. When I first moved in 1986, Pullman Court was on the buildings at risk register. It was falling apart, basically. Residents worked together over the decades, and we've gradually renovated it and brought it up to this standard that you see now. As it improved, we joined in with Open House, and that's really focused the residents and the public on its significance and the need to look after it.
And you're one of the people who open your flat each year.
Yeah, just by chance, I found out when I moved in that I've got a lot of original features. So if we look at some of them, here at the front door to the right, you'll see the post cupboard and the bin cupboard. This was the 1930s when the porters came to empty the bins every day for people. The door furniture is nice. Gibberd specified all of it. Then we come into the hallway. As you'll see, it's a double width hallway, which really gives this feeling of space and light. Now here on the left, the bathroom. It's broadly the same pattern and retains a lot of the detail of the original, but I've opened it up by removing some of the boarding. But again, lots of nice chrome work in here. It's a two-bedroom flat. Both have full wall-length built-in wardrobes. There's built-in storage of some sort in every room. Here in the living room, you can see that it's a double aspect, which makes it really, really light and airy. The flooring was originally lino. I've painted over it, but hopefully you can see the architect's intent in specifying lino, again, keeping those clean lines and the openness. And here, my little balcony. If you look at the website, you can see what I have kept to the original plan and what I've adapted to my tastes.
Great. So turning to the outside now, Nick, what stands out for you when you sit in the gardens here?
I think it's the effort and extent taken by Frederick Gibberd originally to provide an open, healthy environment for residents. The buildings were set back from the main road and designed around the established trees that were already on the site. Flats were orientated to face the sun and light, many with balconies. And originally, the flat roofs were open to residents for exercise, relaxation, and maybe even cocktails. And the Pullman Court originally had a swimming pool, which is still there, but just filled in at the moment.
Thank you. Fantastic. We can see how much great work has been done. It's looking glorious. You have another renovation in mind, I hear.
Yes. Most people expect modernist buildings like Pullman Court to be white, but this was not always the case. Indeed, it's not always the case now. And Pullman Court was originally no exception. In 1936, Gibberd wrote about the colours that he'd chosen for Pullman Court in his book, The Modern Flat. And he said, the external walls are painted in colours ranging from warm browns and beiges on the road front to cool white and blues to the rear. Also in 1936, the Architectural Review wrote that Pullman Court was painted in different bright colours, the colour and tones changing with the change of plane. Browns and pinks are used chiefly on the blocks nearest the road, and greys and blues on the rear blocks, a kind of decoration that successfully emphasises and defines the form without confusion or extravagance. Back in 1995, when repairs were being carried out to the concrete walls, the Architectural Paint Research Unit of English Heritage carried out an investigation to see if they could find what these original colours were. And they were successful. And they uncovered fragments of the original colour scheme to most of the walls around Pullman Court. So the hope is in the future that we will be able to restore this colour scheme and put Pullman Court back to its colourful past.
While you wait for the world to reopen, you might want to find out more about Pullman Court. Our website contains many images, including scans of articles from the architectural publications that featured Pullman Court when it first opened. We hope to welcome you to Pullman Court in person next year.